So the new Street Fighter 6 trailer just dropped, and boy, wow, did we get a ton of information, and does it look amazing. Whew, I'm so excited and I can't wait. So before we get into it though, once again, this is Shoryuken. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Like, share, comment. We discuss all things Capcom, so if you love Capcom, then definitely stick around and join the family. Let's get back into the video now. So we had a new trailer for Street Fighter 6. The Tokyo Game Show has started this week, and Capcom had hosted their little online session, and boy did they reveal quite a lot of Street Fighter 6 information and news. So right off the bat, they got into it and they showed us right away Ken. Yes, we finally got to see Ken. There's been much speculation about this man and what he's been going through and what's going on, and we finally got to get more information on him. So the trailer starts off with Ken. He's in the docks, whatever. One of these cranes fall, and I think there's like a cinder block or something, and Ken jumps up and does his hurricane kick and kicks the block away. He then tells one of the workers there to always, be safe. And you also notice that on his jacket it says Eagle, like Eagle Shipping or Containment, something like that. I wonder if it's a reference to Eagle from Street Fighter 1, but I don't know. Either way, we finally got to see some Ken, right? The trailer then continues, and in the trailer, of course, we see other characters. We see E Honda, we got to see Dawson, got to see Blanca, and then we got to see Ken. I believe that's all, and they all look great. Just continuing the theme that's been happening with all the other characters. They all look different, they all have new looks, and I am digging all of their looks. Blanca can be a little weird at times because you have to understand Blanca's like this monster, cartoonish looking creature, and Street Fighter 6 is going for more of a realistic approach, so it does, I think, at times kind of clash, but it's actually not as bad as I thought, because I thought it was going to be really bad, but it seems to work out. He definitely has some cool moves and is able to use his Blanca Chandal to actually attack and fight. He can even charge it up full of electricity, so I think that's also a neat little gimmick that he has. Dawson, of course, looks awesome. Showed him with all his teleportation craziness moves he's doing. E Honda looks great. Very much the things that carried over from Street Fighter 5 are here in 6. And one of the things I really appreciate that with these characters is that Street Fighter 5, you had the V skills, the V triggers, and a lot of these characters had cool moves, right? There are cool gimmicks and unique moves they can do while in the V trigger, but it was only in the V trigger. Once you lost V trigger, you didn't have access to these moves anymore. So Capcom, correctly and rightfully so, has fixed this issue and actually given these characters these moves from the go. So no longer do you have to activate any kind of max mode or V trigger to get access to these extra moves. These extra moves are already there in the move set, so it gives the characters plenty of tools to work with from the start, and it makes them more fun. We also saw Ken played a little bit. Ken's got some more kicks, some crazy kicks. Obviously, he's got his Hurricane Kick and Dragon Punch, although I don't know, but in the video it looks like his regular Dragon Punch no longer has flames. I know if he did his light Dragon Punch or medium Dragon Punch, those didn't have flames, but ever since Super Street Fighter 2, whenever you did a hard punch Dragon Punch, those would always emit flames. And it looks like in the trailer the Dragon Punch is hitting 3 times, which would indicate or imply that he's doing the heavy, and I don't see flames, so that is interesting that maybe they got rid of the flames on his Shoryuken. But of course, when he does the EX with the Shoryuken or his Ultra with the Shinryuken, you do see the flames. And then obviously with his kicking moves, he's got plenty of fire, so his flame hasn't completely burned out. But Ken's looking kind of rough, and I don't mean rough as in he's looking bad. I mean rough as in that he's on hard times, right? He has this hobo look. This isn't some new stylish look he's going for. The truth is, Ken is on the run, as per the information from the Capcom website and the Street Fighter 6 website. They're saying that Ken's family, or not his family, but his foundation, the Masters Foundation, his organization, his business is under criminal activity, or at least it's being flagged for criminal activity. Now obviously Ken's not doing anything bad. He's clearly being framed, but he's on the run now, right? He is going into hiding. He has left his wife Eliza and son Mel. Now he hasn't left as in he's divorced them. He's just left them as in they have to go someplace and hide and be safe while he goes out and kind of just lays low, right? He doesn't want to be seen, which is why he's dressed like some hobo. But it's also funny that even though he doesn't want to be seen, he's hiding, he's still using the name Ken Masters. You figured that he would actually go under an alias, therefore people don't know who he is. But either way, it's cool. Nothing big or dangerous like, you know, Eliza divorcing him or there being a death in the family or anything of that nature. But still, it's a necessary change. It's a change I felt that had to happen with Ken because he was very stagnant. You know, as I'm going to mention in another video I did where I talk about my issues with Ken, he very much was stuck in the mud and hasn't really progressed. So I think a character that had everything, that had the world in his palm, I think it was necessary to kind of remove that so that he can grow and also be important as well, because he was fading from the story. He was very much fading from the Street Fighter story and was becoming really irrelevant. So I'm glad that they're taking some kind of approach with him and just giving him real purpose and meaning again. But aside from our characters, we did get to see the World Tour mode, more of it. They showed us the created character feature. It is far more in depth than I thought it would be. You can really, have sliders. You can adjust the muscle size, muscle density, how much muscles you want to be shown. If you want to show any wrinkles, they showed how you can adjust the jaw length, jaw structure, jaw muscles. Obviously, you can change colored hairs. There are costumes you can pick from. I mean, I'm actually surprised at how in-depth it is because I thought that it wouldn't be. I really thought it would, at least the created aspect of the World Tour mode, the created character aspect, I thought that would kind of be the throwaway, and they would just let you, change skin tone, maybe a few hairstyles and kind of, some outfits, but I thought it'd be really bare bones. But it seems like they're really going all in with the character creation mode, which I love it. I just love how Capcom seems to be having fun with this and doing, just different things. They also showed us an extreme mode. In this extreme mode, essentially there are different play conditions with the characters, or matches I should say. So you could have one match where there's blowing a ball's on fire, or a ball that's gonna detonate, and if it detonates while it's around you, it KOs you. Or you could be fighting and then these two electrical pongs or pins, like the ground's electrocuted, and after a certain amount of time you both get electrocuted. They're really having fun. They're really having fun. This is exactly what people have been asking for. That's one of the successes for Super Smash Brothers, is that Super Smash Brothers is a fun game, and there's tons of single player content, tons of fun little gimmicks like this that make casuals want to get in and try it. So I think if they're having modes like this where it's just kind of enforcing fun, enforcing you to play with people and just not really take the game so seriously and worry all the time about frame data and plus and minuses, and just kind of let your hair down and just have a good time, this was very much needed, a very much needed change in Street Fighter. So I'm glad they're adding something like this. Also with the World Tour mode, I should go back to that, they also showed that you can train with the characters, right? So you could be trained by Ryu or Chun-Li, and then not only will you train under them and they'll be your master, but you'll also learn their moves. You can learn the moves to traverse through the area, through the many cities, or just learn their moves to use them in a fight. And as we guessed earlier, yes, when you run around the city, you can run into people and you can do fights. They also showed too that you can also do like a final fight type fight where you're fighting a bunch of people in a row, so more than like one-on-one, kind of one-on-twos, one-on-threes. And there are areas for you to really traverse and walk around. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, so I just wanted to. It was really cool what they showed, and they showed a lot, and I was surprised. And that's definitely a mode that I'll be digging into, because You don't want to always do arcade mode all the time or go online all the time, right? You need other stuff to kind of keep you occupied, and this is definitely one of those things that will do it. They showed the battle hub. The battle hub is an area for people to just hang out. To wait. It's like a little lobby, right? You get to wait to fight other people, see other matches, also participate in playing old school Capcom games, what they showed. I was not expecting this, and this really blew my mind. So they're gonna have like old school Capcom arcade cabinets, so you can actually go in there and play old games like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Final Fight, and I believe now they've confirmed that Mega Man The Power Battles will be one of the games as well. So it just really shows that Capcom's pouring all the love and attention into this, and I for one love it. This trailer completely blew me away. There was so much content. It was jam-packed with so much that it was almost, not gonna say overwhelming, but it was just such a surprise, right? This is such a departure from how Street Fighter normally operates. Street Fighter has usually always been bare bones, and no, they're taking the opposite approach. They're really going all in on the single player content, which of course is a direct response to Street Fighter 5. We all know Street Fighter 5 was the less than stellar, right? It debuted with absolutely nothing, just an online mode, and that definitely didn't fly with people. So Capcom has heard the message loud and clear, and they are doing the opposite and going all in with the single player content. I'm going to be interested into the characters that are going to be available at launch. I don't think all of the characters we saw from the teaser are going to be available. I believe, mainly the World Warriors will be, and the other characters might be like, with the exception of Kimberly, of course, but the other characters might be DLC. I would be stunned if that roster we saw is completely there at the ready when the game launches. If it does, that's fantastic. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. I'm just loving how the game is looking, and I just want them to keep going. This is a great time for Street Fighter. I mean, great time for fighting games, really. We just had the Tekken 8 trailer drop a couple days ago, and now we got this information with Street Fighter 6. Obviously, future down the road, we got Garo coming from SNK. We're gonna have clearly, I don't know if they confirmed, but we all know they will probably do another Samurai Showdown at some point. Same with KOF, King of Fighters. So fighting games now, we're eating, man. It's good. All we need is Virtua Fighter to officially come back. Hell, even throw Dead or Alive, which I don't think that's gonna happen, but I want as many fighters as possible. I'm a big fighting game fan. This is my #1 genre, and I want more of it. So if you're a Street Fighter fan, man, we're living good. You're living in heaven. Everything about the game, it just speaks great. It just speaks polish, speaks quality. It just speaks fun. Fun. I can't repeat that enough. And I'm just glad that they seem to be enjoying themselves, and I want more of it. So obviously we're gonna have a showcase where they're gonna be showing more of the fighters the next day. So I expect to see a couple matches coming up soon, matches for Ken fighting, all the fighters. So yeah, and then also they announced that there's gonna be a closed beta coming out on October 7th to the 10th. So awesome, people to try it out, see how it plays, test the netcode, because we all know that's really important, because Street Fighter 5 netcode was very much hit or miss, even though they had rollback netcode. So hopefully the netcode is great, and I'm excited, man. Can't wait. I really can't. I can't wait for more information. I can't wait to see more. This game just has me so happy. I'm so happy to be a fighting game fan. I'm so happy to be a Street Fighter fan. It's my favorite franchise, and right now they're doing it justice. They're doing it justice, and thank goodness for these guys, right? Because we all know Street Fighter 6 was in a kind of a tumultuous development. We all know that Ono was doing it, and eventually they didn't like what he was providing, so they had to kind of switch gears, and it seems like that was for the best, because ever since they've done that, Street Fighter's been in a much better place. I mean, it goes far back as Street Fighter 5, Season 5, or 6, I forget what season it was, but anyway, Street Fighter's been doing well. So I want them to keep it up. And man, it's looking good. Can't wait. So yeah, I just want to get my thoughts out there on what we saw. Since everybody else is doing it, I thought I should as well. and let's keep it going. So thank you all for watching and supporting. I want you all to take care.